how's it going? It's Matt Bordeaux again here. I know it's been a very long time, and I really just wanted to make this video because I won't lie, it's been a long time. You guys already know, but there's a reason. Okay, there are reasons why it's been a long time. I just want to give you guys a quick life update, and of course we are going to be going to the gym today. Since I think the last video I posted was in November or October, probably October. And I was discussing, the PhD and how that went all through, and how, I was in a pretty bad spot then, guys. Still getting my workouts in. I'm still getting my workouts in. Even though I haven't posted, guys, I've still been getting my workouts in. And you guys are going to see today. Okay, but first, big life update, guys. I actually ended up moving out of my parents' house. I ended up moving to my own place. I'm working 2 jobs, as you guys know. That's still the same, or... Yeah, did I tell you guys about the second job? If I haven't, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm working at the hospital. I'm working at a hospital. I'm still personal training. So that's the big life update. If you guys want to see, a tour of the place, definitely leave a comment down, like the video, let me know if you want to see that. Sorry guys, my eyes are also really slighted right now just because the sun is in me, but yeah, I moved out. And of course, you guys know the PhD thing. The other big life update is I'm finished, or I have completed the master's degree. I've completed the specialization. So I've got the Master's of Science in Biomechanics with a specialization in neuroscience. I haven't published the work yet, but we're working on that. The publishing part's going to take a lot longer than anticipated, but the work for it's pretty well done, so that's awesome. So the Master's is off my shoulders. That, in fact, just concluded up last week. So it's January now, 2025. Happy New Year, guys. I hope you all had a great New Year, and of course a great Christmas if you celebrate, or whatever you celebrate. I hope it was a good end of 2024 for you, and we're gonna make 2025 great. So that's kind of why I'm gonna lead into a different portion now, where it is 2025, and I've been debating when to start making videos again. Because let's be honest here, the first series I made was called And So It Begins. And the whole idea of the series was to be accountable, build the disciplines, stay consistent, and to grow. And we've done the first 3 things. We've stayed consistent, we've been disciplined, and we've maintained our schedule. Have I grown? Not a whole load, no, guys, I'll be honest there. Big transition period from moving into the new place. I really haven't been eating the same as I was when I was at home. And that's partially on me, but that's partially on just, moving out, learning the way of the land, living by yourself. I am living by myself, guys. And I don't have, my parents there to really... Like, I'm not going to the gym, coming home, and there's a fresh cooked meal just sitting there, you know what I'm saying? I have to do all the work. And I've been doing the work, but just not in a healthy way. I've been eating kind of shitty, guys. Well, very shitty. I mean, I've been loading with tuna and carbs, like craft dinner. And I'll eat that meal almost every day. It's actually crazy how often I make it. It's so cheap, and that was kind of the way that I was starting, is I just wanted to spend as little as possible. That way I can sort of figure out a budget, figure out how I'm gonna do this, figure out how I'm gonna, spend my time. Well, not really time, but spend my money, because money is now a limiting factor, because I have to pay rent and utilities and all that nonsense. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at now. Well, not now, but where I was. So last week, I finished up I've been done the Masters, but there's a lot of nonsense that happened with it after I finished, and I'm not even going to get into it because it's all done. But now it is 2025, and I am going to embark on a new series. I was gonna call it the Winter Arc. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was pretty cool. But I know everyone, like, the name Winter Arc is just used so often and frequently that it's not even special. So I'm not gonna use that term anymore. Well, I will still use the term, but I'm not gonna title the new series that. I think I'm just gonna call it like progress to progress or something, you know, like something to do with like progression. Like progression, no plateau, or something like that. It's kind of up in the air. When you guys see this video, you'll obviously know what the title of it's going to be, but that's going to be the new series name. I still want to continue with the idea of having a series just because it's fun. You know, having a series is fun and it does show the progression. I'm honestly just going to have to do a play on words with progress. I really want to use the word progress because when you progress and grow, it's just the best feeling of all time, right? Well, it is, of course. So, yeah. And so now that I'm, you know, it's 2025, I do want to be consistently uploading. It's a new year, new goals. So, you know, what are we going to do today? We're going to hit legs because yesterday I hit back. No, yesterday I did shoulders and traps. And you know, they're feeling good. I have a bit of a home setup that I've kind of been utilizing just from stuff I've had at my parents' place that I was able to bring over, stuff that they aren't really using anymore. So I still have my bench. I still have a couple of things there. So when I do some workouts at home, I'll definitely show you guys that as well. And again, if you guys do want to have a tour of the place, you know, see it, you know, I'm definitely down to show y'all. Because, you know, it took time to buy things to, you know, obviously make it habitable. It honestly, I mean, for everyone that has moved out to their own apartment for the first time, you guys know it's a process. It was a process for me. But now that it's kind of settled in, I feel more settled. I feel ready to begin making these videos again. Yeah, so we're working out at a different gym because I'm obviously living in a different city now. So this gym is honestly not great at all. It's not bad in the fact that the people are bad. It's just bad in the fact that, you know, the equipment's like not plentiful. I think they only have one squat rack and they have 2 Smiths, but I don't really like squatting with the Smith, just because I do like loading up the barbell, to be honest. I like lifting with the barbell. I don't really, yeah, there's no other way to really say it. It's a preference thing. Smith is great to use, don't get me wrong, but it's just, what do you like to use? And I like using barbell. I will use the Smith time to time, but today we're going to use the barbell. We're going to do those compounds with the squats, with the deadlift. My deadlift, you guys are going to notice that I'm going to deadlift a bit less weight today than I usually do, and that's just because I'm not really trying to focus on, well, we'll see, honestly. But the whole idea is that I don't really want to use the forearms as much as I have been with deadlifting, because then I do feel as though the hamstrings work in a different way, but I still always feel so sore even when I feel like I'm using more grip than ham. So I know I'm still using the hamstring, but it's all part of getting stronger and part of getting those thicker arms and thicker legs. So the plan is we're going to squat, deadlift, hack squat, do prone knee flexion, to really work those hams. Those 4 exercises, do it about 3 sets of each one. I'll probably do like some sort of iso, or not iso, well, ipsilateral work for the quads and for the hams. Well, yeah, I want to do 3 exercises per part. And of course we're going to do some calves. But one thing I've actually learned from Jay Cutler is if you are doing calves, it's not a bad idea to do them on chest day, or chest and arms, because, I mean, let's be honest here, no one actually really loves ripping calves. They're kind of just a part of the body that you gotta rip. And so why not do them on chest when you're already gonna do something that you really love doing, but including calves at the very start of the workout means that you just get them out of the way and you don't really have to think about them too hard. So yeah, so that's kind of what the plan is going in. I am going to go do some shopping as well. So I might do a grocery haul in this video as well, but this video might be super long, so I might save it for like a different time. Because we're going to record clips today. Of course, we're recording clips. We're getting in there. We're actually going to do some real good lifting again, kind of like we used to do. Eventually, though, I do want to actually include my microphone in the gym as I'm lifting. But it's just annoying when there's so many people in there and it's so loud. And it's just, you're not really going to be able to pick up what I'm laying down if it's crazy loud. So that's why I kind of just record the clip and talk over them. But again, guys, that's kind of what the plan is. So I just want to say once again, thank you for everyone that has stuck around. I appreciate you guys listening to up to this point. Just, you know, quick life update. Well, not really quick. It's been like 13 and a half minutes here of recording. But I'll try to edit it down a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna start squatting. Thank you to all that have stuck around, and let's make 2025 a fantastic year. We're gonna actually focus on more of the hypertrophy. We're gonna actually focus more on the progress now. Last series we focused more on just going to the gym and being there, but now that we already know that we are there and that we are disciplined, it's time to step it up, shift the goals to actually progress and to build and to get large. I do want to get large by this whole year, so I just want to see where we're at in December. It's January right now. We've got 12 months. It's near the end of January, albeit, but 11 months basically. Let's just see how far we can go, and I know that we can go far if we're consistent. So thank you guys, and I'm gonna get in there, but I'm gonna see you guys basically after the rip, but you guys are gonna see the clips, so get ready for those lifting clips. You guys are gonna love them, guys. How are you doing now? I just finished up. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I did go to the gym, of course, but I also ended up going to the Dollarama store right beside, because I have a couple of errands I gotta run. As I said, you know, in the first clip there, I was, you know, needing to go to the Walmart and Dollarama for stuff. And to be honest, I didn't even realize there was a Dollarama here. You know, I guess this one went through a bunch of renovations, and I kind of forgot that they were renovating. But, you know, they brought in some older equipment, but it's great equipment. I'm actually surprised on how great, you know, the equipment changes. So my comments at the start of this video talking about how, you know, the gym wasn't exactly that great, in my opinion, I kind of take that back. The equipment's great, and I think they've expanded it. So it was really nice to see that. So kudos to the guy that's running this place. He honestly, the guys that did the renovations, the whole team, they did a great job, so good for y'all. It was a good workout today. I mean, guys, we did hit legs. We did start off at the squat rack, as we always do. I did end up squatting 2 plates, of course, but I did build up, and I can't remember if I ended up squatting. I think for the squat, I showed my last set because I accidentally forgot to record when I was really giving her. So I think I only managed to do 6 to 8 reps or something like that to finish it off, but I had already done, that was my 5th set on the squats, and my quads were obviously drilling me at that point. So as soon as I do, you know, the 6 to 8 on the last set, I knew right then it was time to head out. I'm just glad I didn't completely forget to record, because again, I haven't made a video in a long time, as you guys know. So the fact that we're back on the horse, so it took me a minute to, you know, figure out to not forget. So I'm glad we didn't forget. But anyway, it felt great. Quads were thumping after that warm up. Okay. So from the actual squatting, we did go right into the deadlifting. And again, guys, we were going for the 2-plate deadlift as per usual. Like I say, I haven't really grown since we ended up finishing the And So It Begins series. So I'm at the same point where I was then, now. I've just been maintaining now. So that's why I'm recording now, as I already mentioned, because I'm ready to grow now. I'm ready for it. Things are ready. And so we're going to grow. We're going to switch from maintenance to growth. Okay. What did we do after the deadlifting? Great question. What did we end up doing? We ended up hitting some calves. I mean, of course, I usually don't really hit calves a lot when I'm doing legs. I usually do them kind of with shoulders and traps almost, because that was just the flow I was in. But like I say, I'm gonna do calves when they're not tired, which is what I was doing before, but I wasn't doing it recently. So now we're going back to that. We do calves when we're not feeling pain in the calves. So realistically, the split is going to be calves on legs, calves on chest. And I'm fine with that because the calves aren't massive, or mine aren't anyway. So it's not going to take a lot of, I don't have to hit them daily, crazy daily. And I mean, I already do hit calves daily just from my work. And that's the benefit of, being a personal trainer and working in cardiac rehab is, I'm doing resistance training with folks all the time. So, if I'm showing someone a group of exercises, I can just stand there and rep out, 20, 30 standing calf raises, no problem. It's really no big deal. And holding the position up at the top. So, but again, I just did the seated calf raise today with the 45 because I do feel as though my calves have become a little bit weaker. So I need to develop them back up to where they were before. But I'm not saying they're weak. I'm just saying they're slightly weaker. So, yeah. So what did we do after that? Okay, we did go to the new machine they added in. They added in a hack squat, which is so great. Like a standing, just a great hack squat. So glad they have one now. And it's like such a great machine too. Truly, the measurements on it are perfect for my height. I'm not even exaggerating. It felt so great. I felt the whole belly of the quad expanding. Belly was moving lateral and medial, both directions. I really felt as though I was getting the thickness work there. And you guys know Jay Cutler. That is what Jay Cutler would always do, for basically widening the quads, widening those thigh groups. So I'm going to try to do more hack squat as well on leg day. Okay, so I had a crazy set there. I ended up trying the hamstring variation where you face into the machine, but after the deadlifts, my hams were not doing that. So we ended up doing prone hamstring curl. I was doing sets of 10. I did about 4 or 5 sets per exercise. So I did about at least, 18, 20 sets per group today, which was awesome. But yeah, so I ended up doing the prone ham curl, really felt the hamstrings struggling. And like I say, I've been maintaining, so the weight's about the same. Of course, I could go more on the prone, but the fact that I always start with deadlift squat, I'm not going to be maximizing the amount of weight lifted on the machine. Simply due to the fact that I would rather go heavier with the barbell. And I know some of you guys disagree with that, and that's totally okay. But if you keep the lower back, you want to keep the lower back neutral as you go down for those deadlifts. That way you don't cause any severe pain or, obstruction in the vertebrae long term. And that's one of those things is, I see guys, they're doing the back extensions. You know what I'm talking about, those vertical back extensions where they hang all the way down and then they extend their back. Like they flex and then they extend, and that's what's really going to destroy the cartilage within your vertebrae, is just that repetitive motion of flex, extend. But at least with the deadlift, or I do RDL, I honestly really don't deadlift, I usually just RDL, I maintain a straight back, I maintain a neutral spine the entire motion. And as soon as I feel that I am not maintaining, I have to stop. Yeah. So that's one of the ways that I work my low back alongside with my hams. So yeah, so we did the prone, okay? And then from there we did end up doing more calf work, but I don't think I took a clip of the second round of calves. I did the exact same thing I did in the first round. I was doing, sets to 15. Honestly for calves, I did about at least 6 to 8 sets. I didn't go crazy on them. Because again, I'm doing them more frequently. So bear that in mind if you are doing calves more frequently. Okay. And so after that second calf round, then I did do the last finishing exercises for the quads, hamstrings. I ended up doing the ipsilateral knee flexion, knee extension. I started off doing knee flexion. I don't know, I should not have started knee flexion because the last movement I did before the calves was in fact the prone ham curl. So I should have started with the prone knee extension. Sorry, not prone, seated knee extension, but I didn't. That's fine though. I'll just make sure I don't mess it up again. There was no particular reason why I started with knee flexion. It was just kind of, you know, a misslip on my end. But it's not like you're gonna feel or get worse of a work in. It's just I let the quad, I felt as though in my mind I had too much rest for the quad between sets, which is why, well, I'll talk about that after. But yeah, you know, single leg, just really trying to feel the full flexion. I was doing about 10 reps, just finishing it off. I was using light weight, just really trying to squeeze the ham through, well, maintain contraction through the entirety of the movement. Even near full extension, I was trying to squeeze the hamstring. And of course, when you're fully flexed at the knee, the hamstring is going to be doing incredible work. So just maintaining that, trying to breathe through. It was such a struggle. I was so desperate for air. But we managed to pull through 3 to 4 sets. Yeah, 3 sets of the finisher. And then we finished up with the quad, of course, the knee extension. Same thing, except I could tell right at the start, I didn't record the first set, but the first set I did was a struggle just because I did leave enough rest. I left too much rest between sets. So in a way, the quad was losing momentum because it was already so gassed out. But after the first set, I mean, I still crushed the 10 and 10 per side of, you know, the maintaining contraction, maintaining the flexion in the quad, even at the full extension, even at the full flexion point. Definitely not locking out at the top. Well, honestly, I kind of do lock out sometimes. I know I was locking out during the hack squat on the set. It looks like I was it looks like I was locking out at the hack squat. But just know, guys, that I wasn't fully. I was close, but then the set I did after I recorded, I was more conscious of it because I did see that as well. And then I was doing my best to not go as vertical at the end of the movement. And I did feel the quads working even harder at that point. But I don't even know if they were working harder, because I felt so gassed the entire time because every time I do a set, I'm just so intense with it, just in my mind. But anyway, yeah, so then I finished with the quad finisher, you know, as I was mentioning, the extension flexion. And then, the extension of the knee. But of course, the quad itself is flexing. But then, yeah, I did 3 sets of that, and then I ended up being done. So it was a crazy workout today. My legs were on fire. My legs are still on fire. I did shopping at the Dollarama, and I gotta tell y'all, it was nuts. It was crazy just walking around. I was so slow. I felt like a zombie with one leg. Just not ideal. But right now I'm sitting down and I feel them pulsating, which is amazing. I love the feeling of hitting legs. I just don't have big legs, but I hope to, well, we're going to make them big now. Bigger, for sure. It's going to take time, though. We have all year, all 2025, guys, and it's a new series. I think I'm going to call it, Progress to Success, because how are you supposed to succeed if you don't progress, you know? It's one of those things where you can't just plateau and then be better. It just doesn't make any sense. And I was maintaining plateau for these past couple months, but we're back on the train. So if you guys ended up watching it here, thank y'all so much. I'm gonna head over to Walmart now. This video is gonna be a decent size, I think. I might take a couple of pics of what we're rocking. Part of the reason why I had to go to the Dollarama is because my weight scale at home ran out of batteries. So I honestly don't know. I haven't checked my weight, and you guys are going to be pissed at me for this, but it's been a couple weeks, you know. Last time I checked my weight, I was 164, 165 again at the maintenance level. And I know I'm not going to be lighter than 160. I'm very confident just based on what I've been eating and, you know, my maintenance routines. But now we're going to really focus on overload. So tomorrow I'm going to catch a weigh-in. And I'm going to figure this out in terms of making these videos, because I'm pretty busy during the week with 2 jobs, but hey, we're going to make it work. So back to the consistent uploading, and I hope you guys are down for it. I'm sorry about the delays these past couple months, but I'm really fortunate that the ones of you that have stayed are still here. I'm so happy that you guys have stayed. And again, you know, some of you have subscribed because of the donations that I have been doing. I haven't donated, well, I always donate, but I haven't donated like an object. I just donate money, honestly. So once we hit 100 subscribers, just let me know what you guys want me to donate. I'm thinking of doing more clothes, just buying a bunch of clothes and just donating them, or just going through my wardrobe and just donating more of my stuff. Whatever works, you know, just as long as we're contributing to the community and making it a better place for everyone. So yeah, I just want to say thank you all again. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you guys stick around for more. But as always, guys, I hope you all take care. God's with all of y'all, all right? He's with you. So you guys make sure that you pray. You guys make sure that you eat and sleep. Take care of yourselves. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. See ya.